Okay, so here we are, and we are following up. Oops. Go ahead and get this right there. All right, so this was our first box that we opened up. And this one here was the 1000 common, uncommon, just 1000 bulk. Now, went through all this. We had 75 uncommons, and then the rest were commons, but it was 1,112 cards, so not too bad. We did get 315 from Dominaria. 22 of those were uncommon. And then, so basically, the Dominarias, they came in at uncommons, commons. So we had 22 uncommons, and the total, according to the mid-grade TCG, which is what the Lens Delver uses to come up with how much your cards are worth, the mid-grade for the Dominaria came out to $77.40. And then we got 254 War of the Spark in this box, which came out to $53.33, but they were all commons. We did get 166 Ravnica Allegiance, which came out to $35.38. And all these prices are mid-grade TCG. So we had 23 uncommon from Ixalan, which came out to $5.92. 29 uncommon from Theros Beyond Death, which came out to $6.99. We had 178 from Throne of Eldraine. One of those was uncommon, the rest were common, and that came out to $40.76. Modern Horizons, we had 147 cards, which came out to $33.84. So we paid $19.95 for this box. So each card was approximately a penny and a half at 1,112 cards. And so almost 2 cents per card is what we paid. So, or is what we would have, yeah, we paid almost 2 cents per card. And the most valuable card in this box, oddly enough, was a common, and that was Rat Colony, which right now is going for $3.64, and we got 2 of those in this box. So, as far as this advertiser went, the advertisement pretty much just claimed you were going to get 1,000 bulk cards, commons, uncommons. No amounts, nothing. It just said commons and uncommons. So we got 75 uncommons. So they were, for the most part, they were fairly honest about it. The breakdown for this box, there was 216 single cards, 296 that had 2 copies. Well, I think it's total. So 143 or something like that, 153. But the most we got from any one card in this box was 6 cards, and that was 1 card. And then nine of them, no. Yeah. And then 40 of them had like 5 copies. So for the most part, not too bad. Most of them had 2 or 3 copies of everything. And so this was actually not a bad purchase. For $20, I think that you definitely got the value in it if you go based on individual card value. Now, of course, a lot of these, it's difficult to sell singles, of course. So you're probably not, it'd be difficult to resell these. That is true. So that's why a lot of people, if you see the advertisement on Amazon, they're going to say, well, it's not worth it. You're just getting a bunch of bulk cards. Well, it's true, but you're paying a lot less for the bulk cards. And I mean, I think if you think just the 3 Rat Colonies was almost $12. So, and then you had some others that were worth like $2 and $1, but I think that this was a pretty good purchase. Okay, now we'll talk about this box here, and then we'll talk about everything in general. So this box here is the same company. I didn't realize that when I bought it. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend buying two from the same company like that because, again, we only got like so many sets. And basically, so in this one, the Amazon ad pretty much said you get 1,000, 25 rares, 5 mythic rares. So, the box did contain 1,136 cards, so we got an extra 136 cards. However, going through all of this, we only got 20 rare cards. We were short 5 rares as per the ad. I'm not really going to hold it against them because this other box said 1,000 plus. This one said 1,000 cards, and we got an extra 136 cards. So granted, we missed out on 5 rares, but we did get an extra 136 cards. We did get our 5 mythic rares. There were 80 uncommons in here. So, and there was a few more sets in this one, but not really a lot. Because when you really break it down, both these boxes had a lot of the same breakdown in them. So we're going to start with this box here. So we did get 4 cards from Core Set Magic 19, and those were 4 rares. We got 1 card from Eldritch Moon, which was a mythic rare. We had 6 cards from Guilds of Ravnica, 5 rares and 1 mythic rare. And then Ixalan, we had 2 rares and 25 uncommons. No commons. There was 27 cards total. So 2 rare, 25 uncommons. Modern Horizons 1. We had 1 card and it was a mythic rare. Ravnica Allegiance, we had 174 cards in this one with 7 rares. So if you add that, so we got 174 Ravnica Allegiance in this one, 166 Ravnica Allegiance in this one. So we got over 300 Ravnica Allegiance cards. In fact, did I write that down? No, that's right. Okay, and then we had the Lost Caverns of Ixalan in this one. We had 117 common cards. Then we had 30 more Theros Beyond Death in this one. All uncommon. So between the two of these, we had 59 Theros Beyond Death cards. All uncommons. So that was kind of a cool pull. And there wasn't a lot of overlap between the two on those. And then in this one, we had an additional 174 War of the Spark. Now, we did get 2 rares and 1 mythic rares for War of the Spark. So, but between the 2 boxes, that gave us over 400 War of the Spark. So, and then next up, we had... Oh, yeah, I didn't bring down prices. So, the Core 19 was $1.43. The Eldritch Moon, the Mythic, was $1. Guilds of Ravnica 6 was $2.24. Ixalan, $7.13. Modern Horizons, $1.95. Ravnica Allegiance, $37.75. Lost Caverns of Ixalan, $22.31. Theros Beyond Death, $8.86. War of the Spark, $36.32. Then that brings us to Throne of Eldraine, which we got an additional 172 cards in this one with 1 uncommon. So and they were the same uncommon in both boxes. So we got the same uncommon for Throne of Eldraine in both of them. So they're almost identical. But the Throne of Eldraine, this one was $39.49. And it was 6 less cards, and that one was $40, so about the same. And then we had an additional 230 Dominaria in this box with 1 mythic and 24 uncommons. So, and that came out to $63.93. And in both these boxes, our big value was with our Dominaria. In this box, it was $63.93. In this box, it was $77.40. And then the last thing we got in here was more Modern Horizons 2, another 199 cards which came out to $41.50. They were all commons. And just like this other box, our highest valued card in either of these boxes was Rat Colony. And we got 3 more in here. So we got a total of 5 Rat Colonies. And so it's like almost $20 in Rat Colonies. So the Rat Colonies paid for this box right here. This box was $21 or yeah, $21. So and then this box the total was $253.59. The total, if you just go by value on TCG, the total value for this box was $263.91. So $10 difference, and this box had rares and mythic rares. But of course, they're not going to put in the good high dollar ones because they can't afford it. So, with that, I guess, I mean, really, like, my take on the whole getting bulk boxes like this, again, I wouldn't recommend getting them from the same company, obviously, because, you know, you're going to get, especially with this one, we got pretty much the same cards in both boxes. Now, there's good things and bad things about the way this manufacturer packaged up. One, depending on what you're trying to do with the cards, this could be a good thing. Fewer sets means more cards from a set. So, like, for instance, I am trying to put together cubes. And so having multiple cards is good when you're building a cube, especially if you're going to do, like, a set cube. So, like, I have, like, over 500 Dominaria cards. So, Dominaria might be the first set that I actually try to tackle with making a cube. Where it's bad is because all the various sets out there, when you have, like, limited sets in this box, you're more likely to run into high level of duplication. So, you know, if you have more sets, yeah, you might get duplication of, like, say, a Disenchant, which is across multiple sets, but it's less likely you're going to get 5 of the same Disenchant. Whereas like in this one, in between these boxes, in the second box, we had 9 of one card. It was a land. It was a land from Throne of or from Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and one land had 9 cards, and then 3 of the others had 8 of these lands. So there was a lot of duplication with that. And if you don't have just like these concentrated sets, then you have a better chance of getting more cards. Now, one thing though, another good aspect is if you like me, I've been out of Magic for a while, and so a lot of these cards I don't have. And so when putting together a set, when you have like a high concentration of the same set, then you're going to be able to get a lot of cards for that set to be able to put it together. So I think that, you know, the good and the bad. If you're looking for like to get like a huge variety of cards, then this one might not be. Then this particular vendor might not be the best one for you. But the ads were honest, so that's one thing. And I'll leave reviews for both of these because, you know, he was honest with his ads. You know, he didn't say how many. The only thing is, yeah, we only got 20 rares, and it even on the box it says 25 rares, 1 and 5 mythic. So we technically were short 5 rares. I'll put that in the review, but I'm not gonna like necessarily take off points for that because we did get 136 cards, so we got an extra 136 cards. So and really those 5 rares, you know, they're not gonna make up for those 136 cards because they're not gonna be giving you good rares anyway. So, but I think that overall I am pretty impressed with these boxes. I do like to see more of a variety of cards, you know, from different sets. Again, I'm more of a vintage Magic player as opposed to like the modern, so that's why I don't have a lot of these modern cards. But yeah, I mean, you know, and all of these cards There was only one card I saw that had like a little bit of a like looked like maybe when they packaged it, it like tore a little mark. But for the most part, all these cards are in near mint. I'm not going to say mint because obviously they've been touched at least twice. So I'm not going to say mint condition, but these are in near mint condition. So so that's another thing. So these cards are in really good condition. So his ad was very truthful, and I mean, hey, I like it. I think that it's going to be helpful building my cube because I did get a lot of Dominaria. I got a lot of War of the Spark. I got a lot of Modern Horizons too, and I really and from the cards that I got, I mean, I think I really like Dominaria because Dominaria kind of has that almost has that flair and that flavor of vintage. So you know, and some of the cards I saw like the Fire Elemental, the Sarah Angel, they got some good cards in there. So, but yeah, I think it's a pretty good purchase. But yeah, so that's part 2 of this. Next week, Next week we'll be bringing you. So we got 2 more. So we did get this one. This one is from Arena Games. I got one of theirs last year, and it was probably the best one of these types of, purchases that I've made. But this one here is the one I'm really interested in. This one was a little more expensive, but yeah, it looked pretty good. So it says that there's foils in here. We'll see. It says rares and foils. It says there's an equal balance of all colors plus your multicolors and everything. So we'll get this one open next, and we'll bring that to you next week. And then the week after that, we'll have the same like this. We'll do a second part to that one where we actually, break down what we got, as far as like rares, uncommons, and all that, and the overall value of that box. So, and I do use Delver Lens. I found that app to be probably the most useful app that out there. You can just scan the cards in, and you take a picture of it. It scans it in, but let's say that but say your picture is like really blurry. Well, you can download the actual picture of it, so you can get nice, good, crisp pictures of it. It allows you to control your quantity, the additions. So if it's an island, you can actually change what island it is, from what set. So, as far as I know, there's no amount of, it doesn't matter. You can make as many sets as possible. Another thing, like say if you scan in like Adamant Will, right? It'll tell you where this is legal, like what this is legal to play in. It gives you, they do use the mid-grade TCG for the value. It tells you if how much has gone up or how much has gone down. So it's a pretty good app. If you do have a lot of Magic cards, I recommend using it because it really simplifies what I'm trying to do. I went through both of these boxes pretty quickly. For me, especially with having like huge chunks like this, I just download. You can you can go in, you can create a set, you can download a whole set, and then download the images for that set, and then you can I just deleted the ones that I deleted the ones that I didn't have, and then I just adjusted the amount, and so it probably took about half the amount of time of scanning them in, but either way, the scanning process is not that bad. So, but anyway, so yeah, and I will probably wrap this one up, but we're gonna open up one of these other ones real here in a little bit, and then we'll so next week we'll bring you another opening, and then we'll do the value, then we'll do another opening and do the value, and then we'll go on from there. So but these are what we got going on right now. I'll get some more, I'll order some more in from Amazon just to do these basic sets. And then another thing I plan on getting is I'm on to start opening up like boosters, and stuff like that, because I see a lot of those ones, and those will just be kind of like weekly. We'll do like weekly booster openings, 2 or 3 boosters depending on the cost of it. So until this channel takes off. When the channel takes off, then I'll probably do more boosters and stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna do that too. But anyway, yeah, all right. Peace out.